what's going on, guys? This is back here with another Animal Jam video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about the discussion of underwater areas being added to Animal Jam Play Wild. Now, this is something I've kind of discussed about a little bit in the past. In a past video, I was talking about future lands on Animal Jam Play Wild and what kind of direction they would take on that. I'll give a brief summary on that. I was talking about if the next land that is going to be added on Animal Jam Play Wild was going to be Belush from Animal Jam Classic, or if they were going to go the route which they have been going down, which is just adding new areas based off the treasure map, like something like Makua High, which is exclusive to Play Wild and not an Animal Jam Classic, which is different from Belush, which is exclusive to Animal Jam Classic and doesn't show up on the old treasure map at all. So we can talk about the underwater areas on here now anyway, which honestly, there is a bunch of room on this treasure hunt map. If we were going by this treasure hunt map formula, we can see a large amount of water area there, which presumably would be the normal kind of underwater areas that are in Animal Jam Classic, which is like Bahari Bay, the Deep Blue, all these kind of underwater areas that are usually in the PC version of the game. And the reason why people are discussing about this is because, you know, a lot of people were kind of believing that, you know, we were getting hints and whatnot, you know, especially I think the biggest factor was, you know, the underwater alpha, which was the dolphin one, which was Tavy, I believe, you know, sending a message or something like that. A lot of people believed that that was a big hint on underwater areas coming to Play Wild, and a lot of people believe that after dogs and cat animals stop coming out, we are going to see sea animals, like other exclusive underwater animals like the octopus or the dolphin even, that we usually have on Animal Jam Classic. People believe they're going to take those and bring them to Animal Jam Play Wild, and furthermore add the underwater areas on Play Wild. Now, which I definitely do think this is a possibility. I'm not just totally gonna put a hole in it straight away here, because this game is totally different from Classic and definitely deserves its own shot type of thing, you know? Especially with there already being like what I like to call hybrid animals, which that can go on land and underwater without needing to change the animal. You know, like the penguin, the seal, the polar bear, those kind of animals already in game. So if they were gonna add an underwater area, it would already be readily available without having to add even more of these, you know, animals like the shark and the dolphin. But I guess my opinion on this, I don't see them actually going forward and adding underwater areas, and I think that's just purely because of the experience they had with underwater areas on Animal Jam Classic. Those areas, if you go to them even before the game kind of started to, you know, dip under relevancy, those areas were completely underused. They were always empty whenever you would go to them because nobody really engaged with the underwater mechanic of Animal Jam Classic, and I think that's a definite worry or definite possibility that could happen on Animal Jam Play Wild as well if they were to add these underwater areas. Even though I would hope and love to see them add an underwater area on Animal Jam Play Wild just to see what it's like, pardon the pun, but I just don't know if it's really gonna work with the kind of game style it is on as well, because the reason why it worked with Animal Jam Classic was because it's a 2D game and it's very easy to kind of change the environment and work with a different environment from land to underwater with a 2D game. But for something like Animal Jam Play Wild, which is a 3D game, I'm not too sure how an underwater area is going to work, especially with how this game is, you know, with the camera all the way back here and you're just kind of controlling your animal around on a land. And you know, if this is the water texture, how are they gonna kind of capture the underwater feeling of the game? Are they gonna put like a bubble filter over the camera or something to make it seem like you're underwater? That's the only way I could see it, but I don't know. I definitely do think that, you know, Makua High isn't going to be the last land they add on Play Wild. I definitely think there might be more in the future, but I think if they are going to do that, they might add a different land entirely and not the underwater area, especially because they didn't add the underwater areas that is in between Makua High and the rest of Jamaa, which is totally different from this map here and then the treasure hunt map now that I'm looking at it. You know, what I'm thinking is they might add the land in the bottom right corner here, which is like the phantom land that we had down there, because there seems to be a lot of phantom involvement on Animal Jam Play Wild, you know, with Phantom Dimension and whatnot, and you know, when there is, you know, Halloween updates, they do engage a lot with it. So I'm thinking that next, or just kind of some different type of area that would entice people anyway, something like that I think would be cool. But out of the whole treasure map here, what do you guys think will be added, you know, next? Do you think they're actually gonna add the ocean areas next, or you think they're gonna go the other approach with with a new land instead. Drop a comment down below, and I want to hear what you guys think about this. But that's going to wrap up the video here, guys. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you guys do want to be notified on future videos, as well as videos just like this one. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video, and let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. As I said, I want to hear what you guys think about this topic. Let's spark a discussion, and I will catch you guys in the next one.